Gaffer, we normally ask by seeing how prep's gone between weeks or the 3 days between games, but that's been a little bit different of late due to the postponements. So I suppose first question, how are things, how disruptive of the last couple of weeks been?
It's been difficult, obviously, because we've had COVID and some injuries, so not had many bodies out on the pitch. Weather as well has been wet, so then the pitches are a bit soaked here and there, but yeah. You can always look. I try to twist things around in a positive manner, and we've had 10 players training, but 6 of them young lads. So we ain't been able to do too much of prep going into this game, but we've had time to work and get them young lads good information across, and you see them developing and improving every day. So these are young kids that are going to be part of the future. So. That's definitely a positive out of this spell that I'd take.
Yeah, absolutely. As a coach or even a player, have you ever had to deal with a situation like this where you've been so low on bodies and you don't even know when the next fixture is going to be?
No, because these are just times that you just can't predict. I try and take each day as it comes, because one minute you've got everybody fit and the next minute someone have an injury or an illness, and you have to think on your feet and just change, even in games, like we had 2 people come off against Blackburn, and then it's just, you just got to quickly adjust. It's like you work all week on something, and I think on 2 or 3 occasions this season, the day before the game someone's got injured, and then it's like, okay, so now he's got to come out, who's going in, so you just got to think on your feet a lot and just try and adapt and don't panic.
Does that make the league even more of a lottery? I mean, the Championship's normally a lottery anyway, but this situation with players in and out at clubs across the division, that makes it pretty uncertain for every single manager.
Yeah, and I say to our lads all the time that you have to be ready and be prepared. So every day you train, be the best you can. So then even if you're not playing, things can change quickly in football, and we need you to be ready to step up. Riley's a good example of that, because he weren't even in the squads at the start of the season when everybody was fit, and then when we needed him towards the end there, he stepped up and didn't let us down.
Yeah, you alluded to some of the young lads there that have stepped up and been very much part of the first team session. Who's been involved, if you don't mind sharing?
I'll start with the youngest, Job. Joe's been around us now for the last 10 days, 2 weeks, constantly. George Hall, who's obviously been in squads, JJ, Tate, Remy, Chongi. There's been a lot of them young lads that have been training with us, so, and they're all midfielders. Got some good kids coming through, so they're the future, but they're getting information every day that's going to improve them, and I think even the senior lads are like, hold on, like these kids can play, and they're going to be knocking on the door soon, like their door, not mine. So, but it's great to work with them. They're like little sponges, like people say kids are sponges, but when you see them improve every day, and then obviously they're a bit nervous when they're first with the senior lads, but then you just see them unfold a little bit and let their personality show a bit more, and then they improve even more so. But it's been good.
Yeah, you mentioned Riley McGree there. A quick word for him. He's moved on to pastures new. Done a lot here, especially recently. Broke into the matchday squad and was a big player for us towards the end of his tenure.
Yeah, lucky he was here. Obviously losing Chongi, and then he stepped up, grabbed his opportunity, and fair play to him. He was good. Gave everything he had every time he stepped onto the pitch. So got a couple of goals as well. So wish him all the best in his next part of his career.
Absolutely. QPR next up on Sunday, first game of the year for us, and the QPR side very much in form as well. Another win last night. What are you expecting from Mark Warburton's team?
Tough game. It's going to be a tough game. They're a good side. I went and watched them the other night when they played Bournemouth, and they've got good players all over the pitch, all comfortable on the ball. Up top, people that can finish, and obviously Chair's the one stand out for me. he was a difference when we played him at their place on the night, and if he is fit, because he went off against Bournemouth injured at half time and he weren't involved on last night's game, so if he is fit and he plays, then he's definitely someone we've got to try and keep quiet.
Yeah, QPR have seemingly gotten over their COVID outbreak, and this will be their third game in a week. This for us our first in a couple of weeks. How do you think that will see the game affected, particularly in the later stages perhaps as well?
I think just this time of year anyway, it's tough, you know. Players we've got are coming back from injury or recovering from COVID, and so and then obviously QPR playing last night. They'll have tired players, we'll have tired players come the last 70 minute mark. So yeah, we've just got to try and get through this period and pick up as many points as we can.
Where are we with injuries, and perhaps let's start with COVID cases. Is there anyone that will miss the game because of that?
So the COVID, we had 4 of the senior players with COVID, and 3 of them are back. They've been back training. I think today was their 3rd day training, but obviously they was away for 7. And then Scotty is still isolating. He had to do 10 days, so he don't come back till tomorrow. That will be his first training session tomorrow. So for the COVID lads, it's difficult. They've just been at home for a week, and see they've lost a bit of fitness. And Scotty would have lost more. So, but a plus side, Max has had time to let his injury recover, settle back down, because we put him on for 45 minutes against Blackburn, and that we had no intention in doing that. So yeah, there's been pros and cons to this.
Yeah, a couple of injury updates from Blackburn as well, in Mark Roberts and Jordan Graham as well. How are they shaping up? Both hamstrings?
Both hamstrings. Obviously, Robbo came off his hamstring, got tight during the first half, so he came off. And then Jordan at half time said that he could feel his, and we had to bring him off. So both of them ain't been training yet.
Yeah. Thanks, Gaffer. Good luck Sunday.
Cheers. Thank you.